Joan Rivers, one of America's great comedians, died on Thursday. She was 81. Joan Rivers had been placed in a medically induced coma a week ago after going into cardiac arrest during a procedure on her vocal cords. The Brooklyn native began as a stand-up comedian in New York City. In 1965, she appeared on The Tonight Show. Johnny Carson told her, "God, you're funny. You're going to be a big star." He selected her as his first permanent guest host. However, later she and Carson had a highly publicized rift. Throughout her career, Joan Rivers worked tirelessly at her craft, constantly reinventing herself. She had acted and directed, and she became a regular presence on red carpets. Aside from a television series on E!, she authored 12 books, including a recent memoir called Diary of a Mad Diva. And still, she continued to do stand-up. No topic was off limits. She poked fun at everyone from Elizabeth Taylor to Nancy Reagan to Anne Frank. Comedy, she once said, is my drug of choice. What pleasure you feel when you kept people happy for an hour and a half. They've forgotten their troubles. It's great. There's nothing like it in the world. Joan Rivers appeared on this program 4 times, and here are moments from those conversations. What is it about you think, that gives you this tenacity to survive and to bounce back?
Two
Fear.
things. Fear?
No,
truly,
I'm serious.
truly, you know this business. The tenacity is I've never thought that I'm so terrific that anything is beneath me, truly. I never have been the one to say, that's not my job, or I'm a star, I don't do that. That has never, ever crossed my mind. Okay, that's number one. And number two, true is I have to make a living, and I go to make a living, and this is what I do. And I'm up for hire, and I love my work. I love my work. I stand on the street when they're filming a commercial, and I watch it. I'm still struck. And that's what made me keep in the business. I'll do anything to stay in the business.
Your father was a physician, wasn't he?
Yes.
So you came from money.
Good, yes, upper middle class, the country club, the private schools, all that.
No experience in show business at all.
Well, when my father had a patient that was a hooker, she would say to the nurse, "I'm an actress." So my father, that was the only thing that
So
he was
when you said to your father,
I want to be an actress.
He said, all actresses.
Wow. He said to my mother, she wants to be a hooker. Little did they know, if they had looked at me, I couldn't have made $2.
Nobody was buying.
I wasn't attractive enough. No. So they were very against it. And in those days, between 1958 and 1960, my sister was the only girl in her class at Columbia Law School. And if I had said to them, and I graduated Phi Beta Kappa, a very smart kid.
I know.
If I had said to them, I want to go on and be a rocket scientist, they would have said, here is the money, study forever.
Yeah.
But here's a child that's smart that's saying, I want to be in show business. There were hysterical scenes in the house. You can't. No, you're ruining your life. Which I probably would have said to my daughter if I indeed were my parents.
You're ruining your life.
Ruining your life?
Yet,
do you
nothing.
know who I brought into my house?
No.
Before they were who they were?
No.
Woody Allen, Barbra Streisand, Richard Pryor, George Carlin. But before they were, do you understand?
Yes,
my mother in Larchmont with her country club ladies, liking to meet my gang. I don't blame them. I don't blame them, looking back. But I wanted it more than life itself. I had no choice.
Why'd you want it more than life itself?
I never wanted anything else. The minute I could put a thought together, it was show business. I never wanted anything ever in my life.
You tried for Carson like 6 or how many times?
7 times.
7 times.
7 times.
Now, would you actually get out there and wouldn't get on, or you would just audition and they would say, "Not yet, Joan"?
They'd audition you and say, "Not yet, not funny." They'd come to a club and see you.
Would he come?
No. All
I don't know.
No. All the others would come, the assistants and the secretaries and the talent coordinators. And finally I was put on because Bill Cosby got on, and we had the same manager.
Yeah.
And Bill pushed and said, "Oh, give her a break. How bad can she be?"
That's right.
And they brought me on.
How bad can you be in 4 minutes or 5 minutes?
And they put me on the very end of the show, which was the lousiest time. And they brought me on as a girl writer. So if I bombed, I would bomb, well, she's a writer. She can't be that funny. And that night, Carson said to me, "You're going to be a star." Right on the air.
And how did you feel?
I looked who he was talking to. You didn't realize what was happening. It was too it was too exciting. And the next day I went in the bank to kite a check. And the girl...
Kite a check.
These are days before you had computers to say, please hold the check, it's coming in.
I know, right.
And I'll have there'll be a check from NBC coming.
I have some money coming.
And the girl behind the teller said to me, I saw you last night, you were funny, we'll do it for you. And I knew my life was changed forever.
What was it about the marriage to Edgar that was so affirming for you, even though it had its ups and downs and separate, whatever?
Oh, I know. I can look at it now 5 years later after dating everything. Sight, good, bad, garbage, nice, Euro trash, nice people.
You found anything you like?
Every now and again, for a moment. The loyalty, the honor, the friendship, someone that you turn your back on, and when you turn back again, they're still there. Yeah. My husband, I never, ever thought for a second about my husband's not being there in my corner. And that is what I miss more than anything else.
You haven't found anyone else
like that? No.
Yeah.
You find affection, you find fun, you find people that are darling to go out with, you know. But I'm talking about when the chips are down, he'll be there.
When you look at all the things, what's the biggest regret for you?
The biggest regret, I don't think I have any. How is that? Isn't that wonderful? I really always said, you go around once, and boy, go through every door that opens. Truly, I have no...
You'd rather have said yes than said no and never
I always did.
And never have known. You always said yes.
I didn't sleep with. I guess that's it.
You wouldn't have slept with anybody just for a job, would you?
No, I'm talking about a couple of actors that really hit on me, and you go, I should have gone with him.
Oh, because...
Then you read they're dead, and you go, too late.
What's the best piece of advice in this book?
Two pieces of advice, really, okay? One is make lists about the positive in your life. There's a little poem, a friend of mine is a minister, said, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is God's gift, that's why it's called the present. And I know that's silly and it's corny, but I know your life is awful, but you're still wearing shoes, you've still got an apartment, your husband is still with you, you still have everything working, you're not ill. Look at the positives in your life. That's one very important thing, which people forget, to say, this is okay, God, for the moment. And the second big piece of advice is laughter, laughter, laughter. When you laugh, it makes everything heal. And never go to a funeral and go, shh, don't laugh. Thank God you're laughing.
Celebrate
it's healing.
The good life.
Celebrate.
She is survived by her daughter Melissa and her grandson Cooper. Joan Rivers dead at age 81.